All right, all right. All right, two peas and a bong in the building again. It's your boy DP.
It's your boy KP.
And trying to figure out why the fuck the Eagles fans are still mad at me. It's your boy Bong. Like, the fuck is going on?
They still
Fuck
mad
y'all
at
mad
you.
at Fuck y'all mad at me for?
What they
Tell
mad
them why
at
they
you?
mad, son. Tell them
Why,
why they
why,
mad.
why they mad at you, man? What's the
Shit,
deal?
I don't know, man. I kept it a buck. Y'all won the Super Bowl. Y'all king of the hill. Y'all the
Hmm.
champs. Y'all doing what y'all need to do. Salute to y'all. But I just can't tell you that Jalen Hurts is a top 2, 3 quarterback in the league.
That's why
I
they're gonna be
can't
on your
buy.
ass. That's exactly why they're gonna be on your ass. Cause you talk
But
Because you're
I
talking about
gotta,
hurt, right?
I gotta keep,
exactly.
but I gotta keep it funky with y'all. Like, who would I be to not tell the truth?
He won a Super Bowl, Bong. Get off
Yeah,
his back.
Yeah,
We're
yeah.
not
hey,
talking about Dak Prescott right now.
absolutely. And guess what? Guess what I've been telling them. Hey, listen, man. Sky's the limit for the young man. The fact that he has 2 Super Bowl appearances, he has 1 Super Bowl win, and he hasn't even reached his ceiling yet.
Right.
Hey, man, he can evolve into a great quarterback. He's not there yet. He's a good, not great quarterback, but he can evolve into that. He has so much runway ahead of him, and he has an organization that clearly wants to continue to be aggressive and put great seasons together. So he should be on his motherfucking way, man. Salute to him. Root to the
Hmm.
bros. Omega Sci-Fi
Hey,
Fraternity
hey, you
Incorporated,
did a
man.
real good job of getting it out clearly that time. Remember the first time you was
Yeah,
trying to say
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
he's he's salute to
He's
the
one of the bros.
I'm like,
Yeah,
get it out, get it
yeah,
out.
yeah. Yeah.
Absolutely, man.
Hey, look, hey, it was hard for Oob because he's a Cowboys fan.
Die
He's a
hard,
Cowboys fan, so it was
die
hard
hard,
for him to get that out and give him a little credit. But
And
die hard.
I'm gonna say this, Oob. One of the things, man, you
and we
said,
said we saying Oob, it's Bong, y'all.
yeah,
Oob is
Bong.
also
Yeah,
Bong. So,
yeah. I'm gonna say this, man. You did tell the fans that a lot of the hate on Jalen Hurts comes from Philly and
Comes
the
from
media in
yeah,
Philadelphia.
absolutely, absolutely.
Because
So you
had
know,
they lost,
absolutely,
They would have
Uh,
blamed him.
yeah,
he would have been calling for his job.
They've been
yeah.
calling for a job, absolutely. But
So I love that you said that, and they deflected and pivoted off that so much.
oh
No,
yeah,
that's not true. We love them here in Philly.
yeah, yeah. It's y'all that's been hating.
Yeah,
We ain't got to, you
yeah,
know.
yeah.
Yeah.
Hey man, and before we, it's not even the topic of the discussion today, but shout out to Kellen Moore, former Dallas Cowboys offensive coordinator. Ultimately went to the Philadelphia Eagles after a short stop in Los Angeles with the Chargers as an offensive
Hmm.
coordinator. He went to
Hmm.
Philadelphia as an offensive coordinator, won the Super Bowl as an offensive coordinator. Now he's taking the head coaching job with the New Orleans
With
Saints.
the Saints.
So
Yeah.
shout out to Kellen Moore for being a young coach um, with what some may call a progressive offensive scheme. Right now, the cupboard's bare. They're in cap hell, so they don't have skill players. They don't have a quarterback, and they don't have cap space. It's not the ideal situation, but like a lot of these analysts will tell you, there's only 32 of these jobs in the world. When
You
one is
take it.
offered, you take it,
You
right?
take
And he's not black, so they'll probably give him more than 1 year to get it together.
it.
I would.
If he doesn't do well this year, he'll retain his job next year.
It's funny. I was just about
So
to
maybe
ask, man.
maybe
Is this?
two,
I,
He'll get at least two
two,
years.
two.
so
Yeah,
I was gonna ask. We on the presidential campaign. Is this one of these black jobs that we talking about right here? The New Orleans job.
I thought it was going to be a Rooney Rule job. I thought for sure. I thought for sure we were going to get a Rooney hire for the New Orleans Saints, but they went with Kellen Moore. So, you know, but again, he'll have a little bit of a runway. They'll give him at least, I'd say they give him 2 to 3 years
Okay.
before if it doesn't work out in 3 years, he's out of there. But um, he's a great offensive mind. He's a young guy, comes from an air it out type of offense, where he was a quarterback at Boise State. So he should represent himself well, and let's see what kind of staff he puts together. But Hey man, young coaches is taking over. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm, mhm.
So shout out to Kellen Moore, man. I'll never hate on that dude. Former Dallas Cowboys backup quarterback and offensive coordinator. So shout out to
What
Kellen.
would you have liked to have seen Dallas hire him as a head coach?
No,
Okay, just wondering.
hell, hell no.
Mm,
Okay,
okay.
just wondering. All right, man. So this weekend the festivities were for NBA, man. So they had the NBA All Star Weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Full disclaimer: I didn't watch all of that shit. Right? I saw highlights of some of the Saturday stuff. As y'all know, I'm traveling. I'm not even at the crib, so I'm out on a college visit with my daughter. So we were doing that, and that's what I was doing yesterday. So didn't see everything. I know Bong, I think you said you didn't see everything. KP, I think you saw most of the stuff, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
So Saturday, um, I mean, what KP, since you're the one who watched most of it, what stood out to you the most on from Saturday? What were your takeaways from the Saturday events?
For me, it's always the dunk contest because it's a bitter, sweet pill that we have to swallow every single year as this event comes out. Um, I can remember when we were young in the 80s, right? You think about the epic Jordan Dominique battles, how the high flyers were getting in the dunk contests. Even the early 90s, Harold Miner. Kobe got in, Tracy McGrady got in, Vince
Mm-hmm.
Carter. Your high flyers were consistently getting in dunk contests, and then it came into the era of LeBron James, and I can't help but think this man messed up the dunk contest. It was him that exercised his right of not getting in the dunk contest that led to where we are today. And where we are today is we had Mac McClung, who's not in the NBA, who's was a two-time defending champ. We had a rookie in Stephon Castle, who I was very impressed with.
Yeah, me too.
We had a rookie in Matis Bazulis, who
Was
probably shouldn't
trash.
have been who probably
He was
shouldn't have been in
Yeah,
the
trash.
dunk contest.
He was
And we
trash.
had Andre Action Jackson, who didn't give us any action at all.
He
mm,
tried. His just didn't come together as
yeah.
it should, right? And
It,
you got to remember, and not to cut you off, you have to remember that these guys are trying to do enough to advance, and they probably are saving the the top tier dunks for
the
that
finals.
Yeah,
finals.
what they think are their best shit is
Correct,
for the later
correct.
rounds.
It,
If they get through though, like
yeah,
it's like you
but
there. Well, man,
but
And,
Jackson
and
came with that Dr. J windmill at the end, thinking that
nah,
was
nah,
gonna
nah,
be.
nah, nah.
Come on.
That's because of how bad they looked. All the missed dunks he did prior to that, he had to finish with
No, I
that.
know. I'm
Yeah,
just saying, like,
yeah,
what
yeah.
you ain't gonna get through the no.
But I'm
Anyway,
looking at it and it's like, man, Zion, where are you? John Morant, where are you?
okay,
Zach Levine, please come back.
Zion, I give you, but let me back up a little bit.
Okay.
You started off saying LeBron messed up the dunking contest, the dunk
Yes.
contest.
Yes.
Does LeBron have the style? Does he have enough style to win a dunk contest?
He has
no,
enough.
he's an
No,
in-game
let me
dunker.
let me say this.
That's
Let me say this. He has
okay.
enough style to entertain. And we haven't and actually we haven't seen him pull out what he probably can do.
What,
We don't know.
man?
In
So
We
20 plus years,
you right? That's what I'm saying.
when he gonna pull it
What
out?
you think he hiding, dog?
no, what I'm
You
saying is
said you
that
said
so like that's
you said he has enough style
to
to
entertain.
entertain,
Yes.
but you don't. But do you think he has enough style to win?
I think it's possible. Let me ask you. Let me ask you something. Can LeBron take off in the free throw line? Yes, he can. Can,
Can he?
can yes, he can. Can LeBron windmill from the free throw line? Possibly.
That's
possibly.
a
So here's the thing.
Possibly.
possibly okay.
Here's the
Yeah.
thing with LeBron. Here's the thing with LeBron. We saw when he was in his high school dunk contest that it was really just power, a little bit of
That's
style. But what he should have done to save his good name was done what Kobe did. Kobe came in. Kobe wasn't. Kobe became a great in-game dunker with the style and the flair but when Kobe won his dunk contest, it wasn't a great dunk contest.
No, it was bad.
no, it
He
was
came in.
And Darvin Ham got cheated.
But again, so if you're LeBron, they're gonna give you the benefit of the doubt, right? Because you're LeBron. So just come in with your best stuff, like Kobe did. Get in, get out. It's a 1 year commitment, and then you put
but
that
see
check that box on the resume
I'll give
this
you
and get
another
out.
one, Bong. I'll give you another example. Blake Griffin got in. You're telling me that LeBron can't dunk better than Blake Griffin? Blake
listen,
Right.
Griffin got in
listen.
and won.
I,
Yeah.
well, I don't know that he does. I
It's the
don't know
same
that he
thing.
dunks. Well,
They're
no, no, no,
bouncy
no.
with
You
power.
just said, does he dunk? Am I telling you he can't dunk better than Blake Griffin? I don't know that he does. You're acting like that's an absolute. Does he?
He may.
Would he have
Hey,
done what?
I,
Would he have done
Blake,
what Blake Griffin did?
Blake was hitting his head on the backboard regularly.
I'm
jumped.
saying,
Yeah, could LeBron have jumped over the front of the Kia? Absolutely.
Hey,
okay,
you know the
but
funny
you
thing.
know what though?
What's up?
He didn't. Okay, and then here's the other thing I was trying to get to a minute ago when you said he has enough style to entertain, but you didn't give a yeah for sure he has enough style to win, right?
Yeah, I didn't.
Bong always says he says the right thing. He has the right PR team. They're doing everything to protect his image and make sure he does what he needs to do to stay on top, to be that guy.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think LeBron himself was like, nigga, I may not have enough style to win the dunk contest. That's why I'm not even gonna get in it.
I don't know.
Because it
Okay.
was I think his high school win was questionable. His high school when he won his as a senior in the dunk contest in high school, he had he had the name, so he that carried him, right? Because
No,
he was just doing
he was better in high school, the dunking,
but
because
what
he
I'm
could do
saying
stuff
was
that.
no. What I'm saying was he was just getting high over the rim, but it wasn't
Yeah,
there was no style with it. It was just like I can give you three variations of the same crazy above the rim dunk.
Correct.
yeah.
The difference
Okay.
was how
Yeah,
many people in high school were
Can do what he
jumping
did.
like him.
yeah,
Right.
You
yeah.
get to the
Exactly.
league and you already named, a couple. You already said Blake Griffin. You know he jumping like him. Levine, all these other people. Zion, but Zion wasn't there before. But I'm pretty sure we can go back and name some other dudes who could jump like that in
Yeah.
high school. You're gonna get maybe a handful, here and there, but that was jumping like him, not like that.
So
NBA is
so
different.
so here's something that I found very noteworthy this weekend. So Unrivaled, DP was talking about, we talked about it in our chat offline. Unrivaled had a one-on-one competition between a lot
Yes.
of WNBA stars. Nafisa Collier,
Was
she won.
getting
Yeah.
busy.
So they interviewed her afterwards and said, like that one-on-one game, like did she think that they could adapt that in the NBA and it would it help out the All-Star weekend if they had
Hmm.
something like a one-on-one?
Hmm.
And she made a point that was relevant to even the dunk contest. And she said these dudes got to put their reputations on the line, and the problem is a lot of motherfuckers don't want to put their reps on the
They
line.
don't.
That's true.
They
That's what
don't.
I'm talking
They
about.
don't. The fear of losing is
Yeah.
making motherfuckers not want to put their reps on the line.
Yeah.
That's why I'm saying. Was LeBron saying it's not worth it? for me to get in the dunk contest and lose. I have more to lose than the game. Is that the way you think he approached the dunk contest? Like, if
I
I
was, yeah, I'll
lose,
say, I'll say
if I
that.
lose, they're gonna
Yeah,
be like, man, he lost. He
yeah,
ain't this, he ain't that. Like,
yeah,
that'll be another thing that they could say Jordan did. That
yeah.
even
Right.
though they could still say it, but he just is. He could say, "Well, I just didn't get in it."
And then you
And then
have guys like me, like, man, he could have got in and won one.
There you go.
and
Yeah,
then you got a motherfucker like Kenny Smith who was in a dunk contest.
yeah.
Right.
First
Right.
NBA
Like
player in NBA
'80s.
history.
Go back to the '80s and all type of motherfuckers was in it.
Yeah.
But so okay, so let's talk about the dunk contest. And Kev, you had a you you put a short out there on our page,
Hmm.
right? Talking, giving your thoughts on a dunk contest, and I thought it was interesting. Where you said that you didn't like all the props, like you don't want to see all the props and shit. You
Yeah.
want to see a motherfucker with the basketball in their hand,
Hmm.
creativity. What can
Yeah.
you do with the basketball in your hand? I I disagree, but I'll let you get your just speak to that.
And I'm going to tell you why I say that, because I take it back to when we were growing up and we were in the gym and we're
Mhm.
playing, and dudes would start dunking and having a contest. You ain't bringing no bike in, no
No, you're not.
motorcycle
You're
in,
not.
no
You ain't
car
bringing
in.
shit in. You
It's
ain't
just,
bringing
yeah,
nothing.
it's just, what do you have?
What you got?
Yeah. So
What you got?
it's a windmill. It's a
And I might
reverse.
say I won a few,
It's a
two or three
double
of them motherfuckers myself. I don't know. KP, you might have been in some of them that I won too, but I ain't gonna say no.
There it is. There it
I
is.
ain't gonna.
There it is.
Yeah,
But
yeah. I give you that. So,
so
but so you didn't have all those props.
No, and
It was
I'm with
simple. It's like, what you got, nigga. What you got? That's what
you.
it is.
And
And they roll the ball out, and you taking off, and you getting busy,
yeah,
and
yeah.
that's just it. And then, like, the jumping over people, like, to me, that becomes gimmicky
And here's the other thing
and
about
dangerous.
okay, but here's the other thing about jumping over people. That shit, the way that they do it, it gives you an extra boost.
Yeah, you're
How do
pushing
these
off.
niggas not
Yeah,
acknowledge that he's getting the extra boost when he grabs the ball, pause, he's pushing off to get an extra,
yeah,
bit of like
yeah.
so
hold
and
on.
this may be unpopular, The only one that I thought was better
Going,
than what Castle was doing was
going.
the car when he
Yeah,
jumped in. That was it.
yeah,
Everything else, I
yeah.
actually was more impressed with what Castle was doing.
I
Hold
I'm
agree.
just
on,
saying.
man.
I agree.
Hold
Hey,
on,
and
man.
wait, and Wayne.
Hold on.
I don't know if
Hold
you
I'm,
on.
I don't know if you saw the
Hold
first car
on.
attempt. If you got to see the first car attempt, it was almost lights out. Like, he almost face planted into the ground when he jumped over the
So,
car the
but,
first
okay.
time.
Okay. Hear me out, man. Let me say this. Everybody's talking about the dunk contest and how it is getting stale and all the dunks are repetitive and there's not a lot of creativity and the whoop, right? There's a
Mhm.
reason that I don't know if y'all see
But
look
get this guy.
at this dude.
Look,
so
he gonna
so
be up late now. It's a holiday tomorrow.
Yeah,
We
yes
all
gonna
right,
we gonna.
sir.
Austin.
Hey.
All right, Austin.
Hey, so
Yeah.
um so it's a reason that they pull Matt McClung out from the G League, right? Every year, um, every year to compete in this competition, right? You ever
Mhm.
seen Josiah Johnson? And he has like the little scare straight clip where they're coming and getting the kid out the cell, like, come
The
on, get
black
your
kid
ass out. Yeah,
Mhm.
with the pillow.
they
Yeah,
say that's how
yeah,
they
yeah,
that's how the NBA does Mac McClung every time. It's
yeah.
like get your ass out here. They can't compete. But
Oh
I'm gonna
shit.
tell you this: there's a reason why they had to do that. And you bring the car out. They got a minute and 30-second timer on there. You have got to make the dunk. There's no more pressure than there was with the Kia out there because he missed the first one. We're on a minute and 30 seconds. Bruh, don't do all this bullshit. Bring the car out, have him back it up right there. Stop. Okay. Hey, stand up. He did a lot. No, it was
Okay.
a lot that went into it. And what I'm saying is, it put so much pressure on him to make the dunk, and it was not easy. It was a hard dunk, and even the one where he has somebody holding the ball at the rim, and
Oh
No,
no, no, no,
no,
no,
come
no,
no, no,
no,
on, y'all
no,
no,
gotta.
no,
no,
no, no,
no,
no, no,
no,
no,
no.
no, no.
Bong, no,
Bong, check this out. Bong.
no,
I'm gonna tell. I'm
no.
gonna. I'm gonna say it like this. Everything that you said about the car thing, about jumping over the car, I'll give
Yeah,
it. I'll give you that.
That's
What did
pressure.
I? Whoa, whoa! But what did I say? I said that's the only one. That's the only dunk that I'm saying. All right, that was better than all of the other stuff. I'll give you the edge over the other stuff. Other than that, the tapping the other ball in and then dunking and then tapping the front of the rim with the ball
Yeah,
and then dunk.
yeah, yeah,
What the
yeah. Come
fuck
on,
is
man.
that?
Nah, man. Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I'm
so
sorry.
Bong, man.
okay,
Bong.
hey, we gonna agree to disagree, but here's what I will say. Here's what I will say. What Matt McClung did this year was he created the conversation. So now John Morant, did you see what John Morant tweeted afterwards? John Morant reached out to I think he reached out to Levine and what's my man from Denver?
Mm.
Murray or
You talking
No,
about Gordon?
Gordon.
Aaron
He
Gordon.
reached out
Yeah.
to Aaron Gordon and Zach Levine and said, "Yo, what's up?" Like it said something to the effect of, "We may need to do this next year." So now, but hold on, DP, hold
Morant,
on,
hold
no, no,
on,
no.
Morant. Them
Okay,
niggas already got in it.
yeah,
What
yeah,
you
yeah,
talking
yeah.
about?
But
We
what
may
I'm
need to
saying,
do this. Like, come on, man. They already went at it. And what
Yeah.
people call him one of them, the most
That is
epic
that
contests.
is the
And
best.
so
That is the
yeah.
best one.
So shout out to
That
Gordon
that is the best
and
one.
yeah,
yeah, no,
in Austin,
and
yeah.
Levine. Shout out to Gordon and Levine. You know what I'm saying? So
But what I'm saying is now, okay, so now you've piqued John Morant's interest. And John Morant is one of those ones that I believe can do an in-game dunk and can give you some style. He's clearly above the rim with it. Um, so, you know, he's definitely one that they can add, like that can come and compete. I don't know if they have enough with the props and with the ability of Mac McClung to beat Mac McClung, but bring us some NBA talent. I don't want to see and
yeah.
shout out to, hey, listen, my man, the one that came in second place, if they wasn't hating,
Stephon Castle.
Castle, Stephon
if
Castle.
T Mac and like one other person wasn't hating, we would have saw another dunk because he should have had a 50 on his
On that
first
around
one
the yeah,
that they
yeah,
that
yeah.
they called
Oh,
like
the
a
through the
40,
leg.
it's like a
Yeah.
48 or
But
something because T Mac and I
And
think B Davis gave him like a, oh no, it wasn't B Davis. It was T Mac and one other person gave him a 49 instead of 50.
yeah. So
yeah,
and so what I would say with Stephon Castle, no props.
yeah.
Those
That's
weren't
who it was.
props.
Thank you.
Yo,
Huh?
Thank you, Austin. It was KG. It was KG.
No props.
KG gave him a 49.
You're shooting the ball and he's catching it through the net, catching it, going up, going through
yeah,
his
no,
legs
no.
and dunking. Come on, man.
Dog, listen,
Come on.
McClung is a ridiculous athlete.
He is. He
Dude
is.
has boosty.
Bouncy.
It's
Bouncy.
it's ridiculous. I'm
Yeah.
just saying, like, to be sitting up here, like, it's so amazing that somebody's holding the ball on the rim and you tap that
Push
in
that one
first
in.
and then
Yeah.
dunking up.
Yeah.
Like, that's
Yeah.
what
Yeah.
I
Nah.
mean, all right.
I'm not buying it.
Okay.
This is you know what this is almost like the Nate Robinson. Nate Robinson winning 3 times.
And you know what? Again, I respect Nate Robinson. Dude is a ridiculous athlete.
He is
Boosties.
an incredible basketball player.
Boosties out of this world. But how many times did he get to attempt the dunks? Like, dog, that takes the steam out of it. And it's like after you when you eventually get it, it's like, damn, like, okay, you had a chance to what 15 times to get one dunk? Like
And the funny thing is, this was the 25-year anniversary of the Vince Carter dunk contest,
Yeah.
and that
which
was one
that
of
one
those
was
dunk contests.
ridiculous.
That was one of those dunk contests where I remember exactly where I was when it happened. It was that significant. I think it was in the A, so it was in Atlanta. Vince was going. I think T Mac was in that
Wait, wait,
contest
wait,
as
wait,
well.
wait,
You
wait,
had
wait, wait. You
Vince
said
Carter,
you
T
were in
Mac.
the A?
No, 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 no. It was in the A. That
No, it
that
was in
that.
it was in Oakland. It was
Oh,
in
it was in
Oakland.
Oakland. Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah, it was in Oakland.
So I just remember for
Oh,
some reason I don't
and
know
then
why
back in the Bay. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Jermaine Dupri like stands out as like being relevant during that time. That's what kind of threw me off. But I was a freshman in college. I was in my dorm room
Yes.
watching that shit on a tiny ass TV.
A 12 inch.
On like a tiny ass TV, right?
The TV had a booty on the back.
Right. Watched this on a tiny ass TV. Um, I don't know what was going on for the night. We probably trying to get into something, to do something, to get somewhere, or whatever.
Absolutely.
Mhm,
But it's like, okay, let's stop and watch the dunk contest first. And
mhm.
Vince, man, like
Crazy.
I feel cheated that I wasn't at like a bar or wasn't at like a party or wasn't at like
Yeah.
an event to see that with other people. Vince, I've never. Hey, we got the film and the footage of all the Ace dunk contests, the Mike Jordan, Dominique
Mhm,
Wilkins, Spud
mhm.
Webb, and all those dudes going back and
Yeah.
forth, and that was great. In my lifetime, that Vince Carter contest in 99 2000, nothing like it.
And
Nothing like
and
it.
and wasn't Steve Francis in that one too?
And T Mac, yes.
No, I know he already
Yeah.
said McGrady.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Wasn't
Steve
Steve Francis in that
Steve
shit too?
Francis technically took second place in that dunk contest. He
Yeah.
finished
That
second.
yeah.
Yeah. Engineer,
Yo, engineer in the building was good.
what's
It's
good?
good,
What's
engineer.
good?
Yeah,
But
yeah,
yeah, man.
that
You
one,
That's
Bong, that one was ridiculous.
hey,
there are a couple that stand out to me. That's one of them. But I'm going to tell you what, Bong. After that dunk contest, the next day, because I was at Alabama State. The next day, we were playing outside on the basketball courts. We used to call them the Band-Aid. Everybody was on the Band-Aid trying to put their arm in the rim to do the Vince Carter dunk.
yeah,
We're trying. Everyone is trying to redo all these dunks that he's doing. Now I couldn't do the
yeah.
360
I was
windmill.
about to say how many people was trying to
I
do that
I
360
couldn't do that.
win.
It was a couple dudes.
Okay.
God rest his soul. Guy by the name of Real Richard Millsap. He used to play for Alabama State at the time. He had bounce, and
Hmm.
he was doing that 360 windmill against the
Okay.
grain.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was
Well,
one that was doing that. But I was trying to get my arm in the rim. I remember when he first put his arm in the rim, everybody stood there like when we were watching,
And
everybody
then
was silent.
realize,
Like, yeah, like what the hell did he just do?
yeah,
yeah.
And then you saw the replay, like, God dang,
Yeah, it was
he just
crazy.
put his arm in the
yeah,
rim.
yeah. Put his arm all the way in there.
So
Like,
that
hey,
one, the resurgence to me was Desmond Mason
and Jay
and
Yeah.
Rich,
Mason Richardson.
Desmond
That
Mason and
that was a
Richardson was a good
that was a
one.
great back and
Yeah.
forth. That's hilarious, Austin. Uh, that's hilarious. um,
stop talking
but,
trash, man. Go to sleep. Go to sleep. Anyway,
uh, the Desmond Mason one, but the one to me, I have to go with Zach Levine, Aaron Gordon, part one, not the part two, but the part one.
Hmm.
That is the best head to head I've
absolutely,
ever seen. And if Aaron
absolutely,
Gordon didn't get cheated on his last dunk, they might still be dunking today.
absolutely,
Like, but
absolutely.
he got cheated on that last one.
Hey, and
It-
the funny thing is, like, it sucked that there had to be a loser in that one. Like, they
Yeah.
should have been able to win co. Like, that should have been a co somehow, because that shit was the craziest, probably one of the craziest. And then I think if you go back to the Jay Rich, the Jay Rich and
Yeah.
Desmond Mason.
Mason. Yeah.
That
Yeah,
was another one. That was another classic one. And Jay
yeah,
Rich. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
yeah. I thought, man, when Desmond Mason went through the legs and dunked lefty, I
With
thought
the
he
left
won.
hand. I was about
Yeah,
to
I
say
thought
that
he
left
won.
hand through the
I, Wayne, I
and
don't
and
even.
and, and he and it's the 2 foot jump too. It's not the I'm jumping off one leg going through. It's the two
What,
foot through the
Wayne,
leg.
you don't
What?
even wait. You don't even remember. I got to take you back down memory lane real quick. You don't even remember that night. We was living together at that point. That dunk contest. We was at an African party. we was at an African party. It was Wi-Fi,
I was gonna
and,
say what five?
and they was taping the contest. And I was like, and I was like, man, we gonna miss the contest, man. We gotta go. And they convinced us to stay at the party. And the mom was like, "Oh, we'll let you use the tape." And you remember the brother was hot, like, you're
Yeah,
not getting the
I
tape.
yeah. I remember.
we
Oh yeah,
took the
yeah.
we took the tape home, watched the tape that night, and he couldn't watch the dunk contest. He was hot.
And
Oh
you talking
man,
about tapes? You know that was back in the
Yeah,
day.
this was a
back
tape.
in
But yeah,
the day, back
we was
in
at African party, man. Get a
the day.
groove on at the African party. We had the Africans doing the
Wait,
electric slide.
what was that the girls was doing?
Oh yeah,
Just
yeah.
yeah, like
They flip their hair.
yeah, like go on and flip that shit,
Yeah,
baby.
Enjoy, enjoy, enjoy.
yeah.
But
These was
yeah, man.
yeah.
But them was the days, and again, we haven't really seen anything like that. And lately, the names have been so lackluster. Like you don't even know who half these people are, right? Matt McClung, they bring him out the G League, they bring him out the closet every All Star weekend, and at this point, he should be telling the NBA like, "Hey, listen, man, the money's got to go up, the prices got to go up if y'all want me to keep coming over here,
Uh,
um,
If
and
if,
represent."
if you would have
so
heard his interview, Bong, he did in so many words.
Oh, I heard,
You
I
know
heard.
when you start using God, they push you to the side like no, we're not gonna use him anymore. And he used God about 7 or 8 times.
Yeah,
Like
listen, what's the difference? Just try to clear this up for me. What's the difference in taking McClung and saying, okay, we're gonna go to the what are some of these famous Rucker Park League or this summer league, um, the Drew League, and picking the best dunker from the Drew League and putting him into the NBA dunk contest. You start doing that, like it's almost what you pulling somebody from the G League. He's not in the NBA.
y-
they call him up a week before.
But that's what I'm
And he,
saying. Just so he can like,
you you know why they're doing that though?
or
All,
you want to make it global. Go to the Euro League and pull their top dunker and put him against the NBA talent. Like,
you,
what are we
but
doing?
but you know why they're calling Mac McClung up? Because the NBA realized they messed up years ago when they didn't bring up James Flight White.
Crazy.
They
When
they
he
they waited too long, and then when he played with the Knicks and he was older, then he got in the dunk contest and wasn't the same and didn't perform well.
who's old boy that used to play for Memphis and
Um,
he went overseas.
Rodney Carney,
Is it Carney?
Rodney Carney, Bouncy,
Let me look and see if
Rodney.
that's
Yeah,
what I'm talking
I believe
about.
you're talking about Rodney Carney.
but engineer, and maybe you could put this up here.
No, no,
It wasn't Rodney Carney.
no, it's not him. I'm gonna find it and I'll tell y'all.
While you saying that, engineer says, imagine how insane the contest would be if they had Amen Thompson or John Morant. And engineer, we actually talked about John Morant. He posted something after the dunk contest, stating, really, it was almost like calling out Zach Levine and what's the other guy's name? I keep forgetting his name. Light skin from
Oh,
Denver,
Aaron Gordon.
and Aaron Gordon about potentially stepping in 26. Remember, in 26, they in the city of Los Angeles, man. They in the city of Angels, so they gotta put on the NBA wants to put on the show in one of the bigger cities in the NBA. Um, So we shall see. John Morant definitely can compete. Um, Amon Thompson, young legs, he
Bouncy,
definitely
bouncy.
can compete. But we need big names out there. We need big names. It's going to
Hmm.
continue to lose its luster if we can't get the big names out there. Even the 3-point contest. 3-point contest was it was not like I need Steph. Steph, I don't care how
Hmm.
old you are, bro. Get your ass out there because we need you to be a statesman and to represent the league. Like
Yeah.
who are the real shooters? I got dudes out there depending on the Sprite money ball and the 3-point, 4-point ball to get to 20
you,
points. Like we ain't got no real shooters out there.
you you wasn't
Yeah.
feeling that. You wasn't feeling the
No.
starry ball.
No. Like, yeah, like
Hey,
what are we doing
they're
with
trying to
this?
sell that NBA soda.
That
Yeah, man.
starry. You didn't want
Yeah.
the
Sorry.
starry.
My son said Bong at you 6'3" and can't dunk is crazy. Listen, man, I used to be able to. I'm just an old man now with bad knees. Stop it. But anyway, engineer says you need athletic freaks to attempt this contest, but I get it. There's no incentive to do it. Exactly. There's people are putting their reputation on the line, and um,
Yeah.
it's not worth it in the event that they do lose. So, we'll hope.
Yeah,
I'm hoping.
and to that point, engineer, before you jumped on here, that's kind of what we started out with in terms of like reputation on the line, because KP was talking about LeBron James messed up the dunk contest because he did not participate at any point in his career, and he didn't participate in the All-Star game this weekend, but we'll get to that. But he didn't participate in the dunk contest ever because what Bong is saying right now, it may have been that I don't want to put my reputation on the line. Taking an L in the contest is showing a chink in the armor. Like it's a weak link in the armor. Like so, a lot of dudes are just like fuck it, or the top ones like him, like another Ja Morant. Why hasn't Ja Morant got in it? Right? Everybody talks about how Ja Morant is a high flyer and this and that.
And
What what
what
does
about Anthony Edwards?
Anthony Edwards, another
Yeah,
one. Like,
yeah,
How many times
like
have you posterized and killed motherfuckers and signed
he just did
autographs?
it. He
yeah,
just
Yeah,
did it
like
to Chet Holmgren in the last game they played going into the All-Star break. Like,
yes, yes.
get these dudes. That's what I'm saying. Like back in the day, 80s, 90s, those dudes would be automatics into the dunk contest. Anthony Edwards,
Absolutely.
you got 7, 8 posters a year where you are really embarrassing somebody's family. Why
right.
the fuck aren't you in a dunk contest, bro?
the family, the
The
family's in
family,
there.
entire family.
Yeah.
Mom,
What's
dad, everybody got to log off for a week.
what's
I can't
that
get
shit?
on my
What's
Instagram. I can't get on
Hey,
my.
what's that shit? They got a segment on the FanDuel TV shit where they like mama no, they're like that man's got a family or some shit like that.
Hey, man,
Where
listen.
niggas is getting dunked on like
Yeah,
that.
Yeah, Granny can't get on Facebook. Like it's crazy for a week. I'm talking about a week at least.
Yeah, I think it's
So,
like that run it up shit
yeah.
on FanDuel shit. But
Hey
go
man,
ahead.
I used to have a segment on that back in the day. That's your ass, Mr. Postman. I may have to
Oh
bring that
yeah,
back.
I remember that. I remember that.
I may have
like
to
there's
bring that
no
back.
reason why the habitual dunkers, like the dudes that's posterizing dudes on a
I,
regular basis, ain't in
I
these dunk
found
contests.
who I was talking about.
Who's that?
Uh DJ, is it DJ was it Steffens
Huh?
or DJ
Stevens?
Stevens? Stevens? Is it
Stevens.
Steffens or
Yeah,
Stevens?
Stevens.
Stevens?
Spelled like Steffens, but Stevens.
Stevens.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Stevens. DJ Stevens. Yep, that's the dude. I knew I was going. Yep. He can jump out of the gym, but he never got I don't recall him in a dunk contest. I got to see if he participated, man. And I think he's overseas still.
Yeah, he's still he too old now. 34 though. 34 years old.
Hey, at the end of the day, 26 will be 2026 All Star Weekend in Los Angeles will be a hell of a weekend to bring some of your stars out.
Yeah.
LA. Like there's nothing like doing
It's
All
at the
Star
Intuit. It's
in
at the
LA.
Intuit Dome.
Okay, you feel me? Like LA, New York, Chicago, Miami, like those type of big cities. You have to be able to bring your best out. I'm telling you, from start to finish, there was nothing really intriguing about when we get into the point where I'm more interested in maybe a dunk contest in the celebrity game. We got a problem. Like
Yeah.
the celebrity
Yeah.
game, because at least they may not be the best athletes, but they going all out.
Yeah.
To was out there, I think, in the celebrity game, going all out.
I was about to say, did y'all see To?
Yeah,
To is how old is
exactly.
To? Like 50
Like
now?
40,
Yeah. He's
See,
over
hey,
50. He
hey,
might be 52.
To doing the finger rolls now,
right?
nigga. He
It
was
used to
like,
be dunks. It used to be the
yeah,
dunks.
it
Yeah.
used to be
What, I,
dunks. He
what
is
I'm saying is,
what one thing he can do is finger roll. Like
yeah,
that nigga
hey,
straight up finger rolling now.
but you feel what I'm saying though, right?
Mm-hmm.
Everybody, like, you still got non-athletes giving 100% because they just out here trying to get it. The athletes out here, even and it's starting to pour into the rising stars game where they don't really play defense. It's
Yeah.
just kind of like a layup line, and
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
it's like a glorified shoot around. Like, bring back the times when Kobe. Remember when Kobe was out there, and I think D Wade broke his nose or something in the All Star game because
Yes.
Kobe was busting his ass. Like, bring that shit back. You ain't got to
So
go. You ain't got to do as much as Kobe was doing. Kobe didn't give a fuck. I remember before you get going, DP. Y'all remember Jordan's last All Star game?
yeah, yeah,
Yes.
yeah, yeah.
Okay, so Jordan comes down. Jordan comes down late, hits the should have been game winner over
Yes.
Sean Marion.
Yes.
They go
Yeah.
back the other end, and somebody fouled Kobe because Kobe was trying to win it at the
Wait,
buzzer.
wait, wait, wait. A phantom
I think it
foul.
was Phantom.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. That was,
So
yeah.
for
Yeah. That was wrong.
all the discussion about Zeke and Mike Jordan hating each other, Isaiah Thomas and Steve Francis tells the story. Isaiah Thomas tells Steve Francis to tell Kobe to miss the free throw so that Jordan can win the MVP. They can win. It's going to be his last one, so that the East can win. Jordan rides off into the sunset with a win and probably like the All Star MVP. And Steve Francis, you can see him on camera telling like, "Hey, Zeke said miss the free throws." Kobe looked at him like, "Nigga, what? Man, hell nah.
Yeah,
Fuck
yeah,
Jordan. I'm making these."
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, bring that shit back. You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
Like all that
so
buddy shit. I don't like that.
so that's why they are trying to change the format around, right? So this year they allow, and I know there's probably mixed feelings about this shit because the Rising Stars game, um, they allowed the winner of that to participate in the Sunday games. So
Yes.
they broke it down. They had different teams, Shaq's team, Kenny's team, um, and Barkley's team,
Mm-hmm.
and then Candace Parker's Rising Stars team got to participate on Sunday.
Yes.
I think in theory, it's a good idea because the Rising Stars game against whichever team they're against on Sunday,
Mm-hmm.
that team, the vets, they don't want to be the first team to lose to the young guys. And you kind of heard Steph Curry say something about that, right? But the flip side of that would be, ain't Sunday supposed to be reserved for all stars? Like, you make the all-star game, that's
The main
it,
attraction.
it, and it used to be a big thing. Like, nigga, I'm an
Yeah.
all-star. I play on Sunday. Like,
Yeah.
y'all doing that Saturday stuff,
Yeah.
that's all entertaining. I play on Sunday because I'm an all-star. Now you automatically are just moving the Rising Stars in on, they playing on Sunday. This it's like they NBA all they
It's
doing the same thing that NBA All Stars doing.
they
You
just
you
throwing
you
shit at the
gotta
wall.
yeah, you exactly. You gotta do something to help with the ratings of this event right now. Now it was, it was a packed out event. It was 17,000 in attendance. But I'd be curious to see what the numbers look like, the streaming numbers as far as watching it on TV, because a lot of people aren't watching this game on TV because of how bad it is. So
and we
they're
and we
trying.
also and we also have a younger generation of viewers. Look at that. Okay, boom. Highlight that. Please highlight that. We're not giving the people what they want. For reference, LaMelo Ball was a number one vote getter amongst the public and didn't make it because the coaches didn't put him in. They didn't vote him in. He was a number one vote getter. You got young viewers that want to see superstars that they connect with. I
Mm-hmm.
want to see
I'm confused though, Bong. You said he was a number one vote getter. Why
or
didn't he
it
get?
no, because it's broken down by public vote. So like the votes you get from the public,
Mhm.
then votes you get from the players, then votes you get from the coaches.
Okay.
He was a number one vote. His numbers back it up. His team's record doesn't back it up because they don't have a winning record, but
Yeah.
his numbers on the season are really good.
Yeah.
He was number one vote getter for I think for in the East for his position from the public. And I think he was like, like third in voting for the players, but the coaches
Uh-huh.
didn't vote him in, right? So
Oh, okay.
LaMelo,
So they changed it. They changed it now to where
Because
it's not.
it used to be the fan vote
Yeah,
was
that's why I
like,
was like. That's why
yeah.
I'm like I'm confused. Okay, so the
right?
fan vote doesn't get you in automatically now.
No, no,
Okay. Okay.
no. He was a top vote getter with the fan vote, but
Okay.
you know what I'm saying? The league didn't want him in, but you have one of your biggest. He's one of the biggest faces of the league for your younger viewers.
Yeah.
Why would you not put LaMelo Ball in the All-Star game to drive ratings with the younger viewers, right? You know what I'm saying? It's the little things like that. This is where the marketing comes into play, and you guys need to know your audience and know how to drive those views. Because honestly, for me, I think the Bay Area did a hell of a job as far as like their ambassadors showing up. Man, shout out to the NBA for allowing us to see Barry Bonds.
Oh
Hey,
yeah,
man. Hey, man.
Barry
that was
Bonds.
cool. That was cool.
Barry Bonds is still in shape, man.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Hey,
He's still in
yeah,
shape.
he'll go out there and hit 300.
Yeah,
You know what
yeah.
I'm
man.
saying?
Now,
Hey,
now, when he
okay.
was reading that teleprompter, his voice sounded like a 1980s Mexican gangster actor, but
Hey, you know. So, but
but he was all right.
The
Um,
Bay,
I'm
the
gonna tell
Bay
you
has
one thing.
a
I
ton of
was
ambassadors. Go ahead.
for what you said though. The one person I was disappointed in that wasn't there, MC Hammer.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Should have
yeah, yeah.
had Hammer there,
Yeah,
man.
But they
Like,
had a but
yeah.
they had a lot. So
yeah, they
you
did.
had E40, Too Short,
Yeah, and,
Sweetie,
and Vogue
right?
was there. Yeah,
So they had Guy Fieri. He's a Bay
yeah.
Area guy. Uh,
Raphael
uh,
Sadiq.
Yeah, Raphael
Raphael
Sadiq was
Sadiq,
out
Yeah,
there. Yeah.
Jerry Rice. You know what
yeah.
I'm saying? Like, hey,
I,
the Bay did it.
I
LA
wanted to
next
see
year, I want to
Hammer.
see how. Yeah, 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 absolutely. Obviously, contractual stuff, maybe scheduling issues, but the Bay definitely gave, gave the people what they a taste
Yeah.
of the Bay.
But they
So
didn't put, except for like Kevin said, they didn't put Hammer in the mix.
Yeah,
yeah.
should have had Hammer there,
Hammer,
man.
Hammer, I am Hammer.
So
They
They
put him
got
in
me in the
the
mix.
mix.
Oh,
but
oh, 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 oh. Yeah,
but
Hammer.
again, the
Oh
NBA
shit!
the NBA has a lot of young stars out there, and
I was trying to find the actual vote count. I'm seeing different stuff about
Lamelo.
yeah, but I'm not finding something that's telling me the
The
actual count.
Oh, hey, fellas. Shaq says Yama.
He does. He
Yeah,
says we Minyama. He
I
don't say
heard.
Wimbinyama.
I if you go back and look at the first game between Chuck's team and Team Chuck and Team Kenny,
Mm-hmm.
when the score was 9-9, right before one of the teams hit a three and made it 9-12, he says Yama.
Wow.
because he's going back and forth talking about Yama versus Bol Bol. And he's talking and for all the hype that Yama was getting, he's saying Bol Bol could do that. Bol Bol could do that.
He's been saying that for a while.
For a long time. Yeah.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
Shaq's been saying that for a
he
while.
he actually was trying to put them up to doing a one-on-one game in May. He's like, they need to play one-on-one in May.
Yeah.
One-on-one game, Bol Bol and Yama.
Remember the old school NBA where they had the one-on-ones where I think Kareem
And
played Dr.
Dr.
J.
J. Shit
Mhm.
was
Yeah.
disgusting.
We were hey,
We were
hey,
21
hey,
to
Bong.
6.
Me and KP were talking about that.
We done with the 80s.
Yeah, we were talking about that. And Kareem gave him that work.
Garbage.
Kareem gave him
Work.
that old nasty work.
Yeah. Oh,
Kareem
Sky
shot a jumper. No,
Yeah,
he shot a jumper straight away. I'm
Yeah.
like, I ain't never seen Kareem shoot a jumper where both his shoulders
right.
are facing the rim
And that's
Yeah.
probably the
together.
only
Like,
one that nigga ever shot.
yeah.
Yeah, man. But
You, you ever see that dude, Bong? The dude that be on social media? We done with the 80s. We
yeah,
done with
yeah,
the
yeah.
Yeah. Hey,
Dr. J is garbage.
that
Hey,
He
shit
ain't
hey,
is
got
so.
no left hand.
it's funny when you think about it, man.
What's
Like
his
look
name? You got to give him a proper shout out, man.
look
Oh,
look
That
hey,
when
shit
you
got
look
me
at
going.
when you look at some of the stuff that Mike Jordan was doing back in the late 80s, early 90s, and that's like an average, regular, run of the mill type layups now. Run of the mill type
Yeah,
dunks now.
no. Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Like
yeah,
it's not what he used, but seeing it back then, it was like, oh shit.
yeah,
That shit
yeah.
the his little up and under that he did on Michael Cooper in the finals. That niggas was like man, that shit wasn't nothing.
Hey, some of that shit Jordan was doing, you look at it today, and it's
It's
still like,
still it's
what
still
the
still
fuck?
crazy. Right.
Like,
and dude's
Um,
name is Michael Dion Peak Town.
okay, shout out to him, man. That shit. Every time you
We
see me some
done.
shit of his, I'm dying. Like that shit
hey,
is fucking
Garbage.
hilarious.
I just so happened to be watching reruns of The Last Dance last night, man, and
Oh, go
bro,
ahead, Bong. Go.
hey, that shit right there is a classic. And remember, that shit came out during COVID.
Yeah,
And it's kind of
yeah,
like
yeah, yeah.
people was stuck in the house and they was itching for something to do, something to watch. The Last Dance is whoever the production on that shit is A1, bro. The Last Dance is a fucking classic. And to hear it from so many different parts, right? You got Rodman's point of view, you got um, Scottie Pippen, who doesn't get along with Jordan. He got his
Mm-hmm.
point of view.
Mm-hmm.
Mike J, Phil, Paxson, Steve Kerr. They go back and talk about the Pistons and the bad boy Pistons and how they had the Jordan rules and they talked about that shit
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and how they made Jordan really get in the weight room and oh man, that shit was God, that was
So,
great TV, bro.
hey, you left somebody out who also
Oh,
got left out of the documentary.
oh
Luke Longley.
Luke.
Have y'all? Whoa! Have y'all seen? And it's crazy that you start talking about this. This shit popped up. We always talking about the YouTube algorithm and all of that stuff. This shit popped up in my feed, and it was Luke Longley in the missing chapter of The Last Dance. So he has a separate documentary.
Mm.
Oh wow.
Yes, and they go into how he was left out. Like Scottie Pippen talks on it, Steve Kerr talks on it, Michael Jordan is interviewed and speaks on it. They're
Wow.
all a part of Luke Longley's separate documentary. I think ABC was behind producing it or something. I don't know who. I know it was ABC something, some one of their arms or
What
whatever.
was the politics behind it?
Jordan just admitted that he probably shouldn't have left Luke Longley out.
Oh wow.
He said if he could go back, that's probably one of the things that he would change. He wouldn't have left Luke Longley out of the documentary. He said that he deserved to be highlighted because he was a big part of what they did. But you had those
Bill
guys.
Cartwright. Bill Cartwright was in the motherfucking documentary.
You had those
Yeah.
guys like Luke Longley. Luke Longley straight up said like he did not like being around Jordan.
Mm.
He was like it was like a business relationship. Like he could hoop with him and they could, do what they did on the court and it was all good. But he didn't like being around him.
Wow.
So I
Probably
mean,
because so demanding,
yeah,
probably ratings
yeah,
was
and
low.
they speak to that, and part of the Last Dance documentary was about that. But Scottie Pippen was on Luke Longley's documentary talking about how him and Luke Longley were buddy buddy.
Oh
How
wow.
like how he became a close friend of Luke Longley. They were a lot alike, and that he thought it was messed up that he was left out of the documentary too. But it's crazy, and I know we ain't gonna make it all about this. Some funny shit. Did y'all? I don't know if y'all saw Jaleel White's interview on the Breakfast Club.
Mm-mm.
And there's a quick part where they're talking to him about how um, the cast didn't get along with him, right?
Mm-hmm.
As he took over the show as Steve Urkel and all this stuff. So some of the older folks were not really feeling it and all of that stuff. So not everybody liked Steve Urkel, Jaleel White, right?
Yeah.
And he kind of likened it to that the shit with Jordan and how he's like, damn, Scotty, you ain't got nothing nice to say about the Bulls. Like
I
y'all
won
niggas
six
was
tips.
right.
He
Like
won.
y'all niggas was rock stars. You ain't got
Yeah, 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 yeah,
nothing
yeah,
nice to
yeah,
say about
yeah.
the Bulls. Nigga, I thought that shit was so fucking hilarious.
Right. Like, come on. It wasn't all bad. There was some
Right.
good in
Yeah.
there too.
But Pippen
Right.
be talking greasy now, man. And
Talking
it's like
bad shit about MJ.
he's
Good
supposed to have a
gracious.
documentary coming out, the ball or some shit like that. And it's supposed to be the last ball they used when they won the championship or whatever. Like, I
Mm.
don't know. But
It's not gonna be like
that's in the works.
it's not gonna be like the last dance. It's nothing like Jordan. Speaking of which, Jordan Brand is celebrating its 40th year. 1985 to 2025, 40 years of Jordan Brand. We are all fans of Jordan Brand. And they're doing a hell of a rollout for 2025, right?
Mm-hmm.
And 2024, a lot of shoes that Jordan, a lot of retros that Jordan rolled out. They were very accessible to the public,
Mm-hmm.
and the public's perception was that Jordan Brand was taking a step back to brands like New Balance, Asics, a lot of these other lifestyle brands that were making a comeback with the lifestyle shoes, with the running shoes,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
that was gravitating towards the younger buyers because the
Mm-hmm.
price point was lower, so on and so forth. So Jordan Brand 40th anniversary, they their release this year for fans of the Jordan Brand, it's a man, watch your pockets because they're releasing so many
Mm-hmm.
of the nostalgics, the eights, the nines, the tens, like shoes that normally don't get that haven't gotten a re-release in so long. So they started off with the 85 breads, the um the 85 high breads, right? The Jordan
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
ones, 85
Mm-hmm.
highs. Black and red, it was the ones that were
The band. The
the
band, right?
banned Jordan, the
Yeah.
ones
Mm-hmm.
that were
Mm-hmm.
quote unquote banned by the NBA. It wasn't even those pair, but again, it's the one that they marketed as the
Yeah.
Jordans that were
Yeah.
banned because the NBA didn't allow certain colors
They didn't have
at that
white.
time.
There, they didn't have white. It was
Correct,
a shoe with no white.
Mm-hmm.
exactly.
Just red and black.
So
All red
Yeah.
and black.
so they did a rollout, and I guess in the making of this 85 high Jordan 1 bread, they
Mm-hmm.
went back and cut open one of the original shoes to get the exact specifications, materials, everything, make it almost identical to the original specs. And they said because of like the quality materials and all this other stuff, it was going to cost $250 a pair.
Mm-hmm.
They let people know last year that this was coming out this year, and the public didn't receive it well. They said,
Mm-hmm.
ain't nobody paying 250 for no damn Jordan ones. Jordan ones is dead, so on and so forth. Well, Jordan Brand got wind of that. They did this whole little rollout with the band commercial, right, where they talk
Mm-hmm.
about, they have the guy in accounting that wouldn't pay the $5,000 fine to the
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
NBA. So now
Band.
we never got Jordan. Yeah,
Yeah.
banned, right? Um, and they said there's only going to be 10,000 pair, super limited. You can basically can't even get your hands on it. They're only doing it at neighborhood stores, like different tier one Jordan
Mm-hmm.
boutiques will get the shoe, and of course now it drives the demand through the roof. The
Through
shit is
the
selling
roof.
on
Supply and
the shit is
demand,
selling
capitalism.
exactly. It's selling on like StockX and Goat for six, seven, $800 now because people can't get them.
Mm-hmm.
So I just think that Jordan, they did a hell of a job over All Star Weekend with a bunch of events they did. They rolled out a bunch of shoes that won't
Mm-hmm.
come out till later on this year. Gave people that were in the Bay Area access to grab like multiple pairs of shoes that won't release until later on this year. And
Yeah.
I thought that was pretty cool of Jordan. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times the shoe brands don't really do things for the shoe enthusiasts like that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Especially when you're as big as Jordan is. Like, that's the like the Lakers being in Los Angeles. Like right now,
Mm-hmm.
if you're in Parks and Recs, you don't see too many Laker leagues. It's the Clippers. The Clippers still have to come out there and sponsor
Yeah. Yeah.
the
Yeah.
park league
The
because they're trying to get
YMCA and all the hoops you see built at the schools and parks is the Clippers out there trying to
Yeah.
get busy. Like, hey,
right,
hey, hey, can we put a court
right.
out for you, baby? Like,
So
the Lakers just sitting back, like,
exactly.
That's a
So
Clipper
go
job.
do your thing.
Clipper
yeah,
job.
They out there putting up double rims and shit. Like,
right.
yeah.
So like a brand like Jordan is similar to the Lakers. Like we don't have to do all that stuff. We don't have to you know um, do things for the community and so what and so forth. But I think they did a hell of a job of like really reaching out to the community for All Star Weekend,
Mhm.
and
And to your point, before you go further, to your point on that is anything can become stale, right? You can sit
absolutely,
back and think, oh man, I got this in the box. That's the same shit the NBA is going through that we talking
yep,
about right now.
Yeah.
So what you
yep,
just brought up is a great point. Like you're doing this for the shoe enthusiast and all this stuff because hey, Jordan Brand, it can get to a point to where people are just like some more J's. Like I'm not rocking with that shit. Like it is what it is. But you got to
yep,
do the little things to like bring the spice back to it. So
absolutely,
same deal with this All Star game. So that was a great point.
absolutely, hell of a rollout. Yeah,
Man, and kind of so
I know that you all didn't watch all of the All Star game, but I wanted to just say a couple things for the viewers. It was lackluster. So I'll start by saying the first game was between Kenny's team and Chuck's team. He had the young stars. Kenny did
Mm-hmm.
with Jaron Jackson, Evan Mobley, Jason Williams, Jalen Brunson, Tyler Hero, Darius Garland, Cade Cunningham, and Anthony Edwards was on the team, but he didn't play.
Mm-hmm.
So that was his team, and then Chuck had the global
And
all
and
stars.
why didn't Anthony Edwards play?
Uh, coach's decision. But he was saying it was like some kind of he was just resting basically.
Hmm.
So he opted
Ba-
not to play.
baby mama drama.
So so you had that team, and then you had Team Chuck, which Team Chuck was the global all stars. So more of the foreign players, the foreign born players.
Which they were trying to build it as a foreign
Absolutely.
versus the
USA versus the
US thing.
world.
Yeah, yeah,
Absolutely. So
yeah.
the American players on that team were Carl Anthony Towns, Donovan Mitchell, and Trey Young.
And
And
why did they say they took Mitchell because his mom was from I forget where his
yeah,
mom's from.
they were trying to say
But
something
the
like that.
same with
Yeah, yeah.
Carl Anthony
Carl Anthony
Towns,
Towns' mom's is Dominican from Dominican
Dominican,
Republic.
yeah,
Yeah.
and yeah. So I don't know what the deal was
Trey
with
Young
Trey.
was the alternate because
Okay,
Atentocumpo didn't play.
okay, yeah, 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 yeah.
So he was kind of so he was the alternate. So
Well,
uh
okay.
so looking at those two teams, Team Chuck won. 40 they were going to 40, first team to 40. Team Chuck's team they won 41-32. It was very lackluster, man. It was a point where, you could see that they were shooting threes. It was funny because Kevin Hart was on the commentary and was kind of talking. And Kevin Hart was saying some real stuff. He's like, man, I'm sick of this. I'm sick of all these big men shooting threes. We need to go back to where the NBA, where guards were guards and bigs were bigs. They need to get down there. They need to post up and they need to play like bigs.
It ain't happening.
No, I know, but I'm
No,
just
I
saying.
know. Yeah, I know. I'm just speaking to
Yeah,
that. Like, it ain't happening, bro.
so he was saying that I think a couple times. So he was having a hard time a couple times with his mic. I think they were kind of muting him on purpose
I was about to say, like, they
and
was like,
kind of censoring some of the stuff that he was saying. Because yeah, he was saying some real stuff. So that was the first game, and so with Team Chuck advancing, they played the. Hold on,
oh,
excuse me.
bless you.
Thank you.
Is the NBA making you sneeze?
Absolutely, I'm allergic to this shit. They played the
Oh,
winner
man.
out of Team Candace and Team Shaq.
Mm-hmm.
So Shaq had the OGs, and then Candace Parker had the Rising Stars from the day before.
Yeah.
And so Team Shaq, they the people on his team, he had Durant, Tatum, Curry, Damian Lillard, James Harden, Kyrie Irving. They had Jaylen Brown, Anthony Davis, and LeBron James, which
Mm-hmm.
Anthony Davis and LeBron James did not play. And so they won 42-35.
Mm-hmm. And Kyrie Irving was the replacement for Anthony Davis.
Yes. And so in that game, again, it was lackluster, man. A lot of 3-pointer shot. Half their shots were 3-pointers. The OG, the team OGs. So they ended up Shaq's team ended up going to the championship against Charles Barkley's team. And so it was basically the global all-stars versus the team OGs. So,
Yeah.
the faces of the league versus the foreigner faces of the league.
Yeah.
Which, yeah, that was the build-up. That was the anticipation. That's what it seemed like everybody wanted to see. Team Shaq won that game 42-35. But again, it was lackluster.
Mm-hmm.
It didn't have the excitement. It was a couple times where it was a one-on-one play where it was like, okay, Wembanyama was guarding Kyrie. That was a nice play. Kyrie shook him but didn't finish.
Who was guarding Kyrie?
Wembanyama.
Oh, okay.
Wembanyama.
Wembanyama.
Yeah, Wembanyama.
Not to be confused with Wembanyama.
Yeah, I don't know who that guy is.
Okay.
I don't know who that guy is.
Yeah.
I don't know who that guy is.
That's his cousin. His cousin.
Yeah, but it was just it was lackluster, man. Jason Tatum did finish the game with a dunk, but the OGs, they were trying to get Steph Curry the MVP.
Oh yeah.
It was clear.
When he did that though, when they made that play, it looked like they were just like, let's just get this shit over with.
Absolutely, yeah.
Like,
That's
come
exactly
up, and when he goes down, we just go up, and that's And I get it. It was like, it's time to roll, because right before that, Curry got the 8-second call because he was gonna try to end it. Yeah. But he got the 8-second call, bring the ball, of course. So they was like, let's just get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, the referee was disgusted. Like, man, shit.
Like, come on.
Yeah.
They've got to do these things. And again, I commend the NBA for actually trying to do something different and trying to make it as competitive as possible. At the end of the day, it's up to the players to go out there and make it competitive. That's one thing I respected about Kobe in his era. He didn't, like, you would see some guys out there bullshitting. Kobe's coming out from jump. Like, hey, I wasn't partying this weekend. I wasn't really hanging out this weekend. I'm out here as a business trip. I'm about to go to work. If y'all niggas is out here bullshitting, you gonna get to work. Like, there's no questions asked. And like but that was the era where you have like a Garnett, you got Kobe, you got Tim Duncan, you got dudes that was really out there just going to work.
But
you know what I'm saying?
But you know what kind of made them do that is because that was their opportunity to show up the dudes who had already been doing it for so many years and are considered all-stars. because being an all-star meant something. So Kobe is like, man, when I get to all-star game, I'm cooking Jordan.
Absolutely.
Like that's just how they felt. But now it's just, I want to point to what
Oh yeah,
something
definitely
engineer
can't
said
sleep
a
on
minute
AI.
ago. I want to point to some engineer said a minute ago. And then because this is one of the questions I wanted to ask you guys. But so he says NBA and NFL both have issues with these all-star Pro Bowl events. We're in the era where people care more about the money than accolades. They need to revamp the system completely. Otherwise, you're just forcing a square peg into a circle hole. It just means different to this generation, and they will never take it seriously as it is set up. So I don't disagree with this.
Love the
I,
metaphor. Love the
yeah,
metaphor.
I don't disagree with this. I think he's on point. Um, one of the questions I had for you guys was who's struggling more with this event? Who's struggling more with their, all-star weekend or their Pro Bowl weekend? Is it the NFL or is it the NBA? Because both
I,
are, but which one's having the most trouble with this thing?
I think it's always been the NFL. Um, because of the time of season when they have it. You're always having it like it's the week before Super Bowl. It's after the season is over, and after the season is over, um, you're not always getting the best players because your top player they may be competing for the Super Bowl, so they can't be in it. And then you've got other guys that are just like, man, we're going on vacation, and then
Because they just lost.
yeah,
So like
and
the guys that just lost the week before, they're like, man, fuck this shit. I'm not
a-
coming out here
absolutely,
to. So
absolutely,
you
and
get replacements like Snoop Connor, uh,
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
a Russell Wilson this year who somehow
Yeah,
was a Pro Bowler.
yeah,
but
But
they're no longer playing a conventional game. Like they got all these, if flag football is the culminating event, but they got, it's called the NFL Pro Bowl games now, right?
yeah.
Because they're doing all kind of shit like field
yeah.
goal kicking and punting and sled pushing
So
and all of this
but
other kind of stuff. So
but the thing about the Pro Bowl is you have to have it at the end of the season because as it was constructed before, you don't want to risk injury in the middle of the season when they were playing tackle football, right?
Absolutely.
Uh, so it has to happen at the end of the season, just in case. But it's one of those things, man. Like I think that for these Pro Bowls, for these All Star games, you should really tap into like what the youth movement, like what's driving views from the young viewers, like get them to fall in love with the game. The old guys are already kind of, like you got us already. We're hooked,
mhm.
right? We're gonna watch basketball and football. We have teams that we've watched our whole lives, players that we've rooted for coming up as we've gotten older. Like get the young kids with the attention span issues that can't sit in front of a TV. Give them a reason to lock in, however you can, and I think that you're starting to see like the NBA and the NFL start to embrace that, right? Like so, a lot of the streamers, the Kai Sanat,
Yeah,
the Drew,
yeah,
the what is his name? I Speed or whatever Speed or
Yeah,
whatever his
yeah,
name is.
yeah,
Like a lot of these more influential names, like they're starting to host events. They're starting to be more visible at a lot of NFL and
be a
NBA
part of
events.
the celebrity game too. Like,
yeah.
yeah,
Absolutely. So it's allowing them to kind of try and build that up. Hey man, bring some of your viewers over here. Um, you know, but we'll see what happens with that, man. But at the end of the day, it's the dog days. This is the dog days of the NBA, man, as they ramp up. But this is typically when it starts getting serious. After All
hmm
Star break, after Super Bowl is over, now teams start to get down, into the playoff stretch to try and make that run. So you should start seeing more serious games, a lot more televised games. So this is when the NBA product starts to kind of ramp up. And I don't often agree with Charles Barkley, but he said something earlier in the year that resonated with me. The NBA is so beholden to Steph Curry, LeBron James, KD, that they have a chance to embrace a younger crowd because there's a crop of young NBA players that are really good, but you never see them on TV, right? Why is OKC not getting games
Man,
on TV? They've been the number one seed for a couple of years now. I need more Minnesota games on TV.
and
I
the
need to see
problem, the
more
problem with
SGA, man.
that, they're doing this like the team promotion type like where you have to have a paid service or paid platform to even watch the game. So like Bong, to your point, those mainstream games like the ones that you're going to show, you know, on the regular television, so to speak, whatever regular television is now, there's all kind of, you still got to get those channels through streaming platforms and stuff. But those that are going to be televised mainstream, they should be those games that you were just talking about. They should have the young players and stuff like that. But right now, you got to go buy an app to follow your team. Like nobody knows who else can name two other players. Name. I'll say two other players on the Charlotte Hornets team. I'll give you Bridges. Name another one other than LaMelo Ball and Bridges.
Right.
There's
I mean,
one that I could think of.
We could talk about the one that got rescinded from the Lakers.
Mark Williams.
yeah.
And you only know that because what? He was involved in
He was
the
involved in the
Lakers.
trade with the Lakers, yeah. And the young player from from Alabama, and Arkansas. I can't think of their names though. Can't tell you their names, but I know that
But
there's one.
it's because they don't get,
why
they don't
not?
get enough
Why not?
airtime.
There
They
you
don't
go.
get enough airtime.
Absolutely.
Man,
Engineer Mr. Feld Physical.
yeah,
Yeah.
hey, it's crazy. Hey man, shout out to my son, man. He actually in the comments spitting. He has he had an idea talking about they should let college players compete in All-Star Weekend and the Pro Bowl. It's only flag and half the players aren't even trying. So I mean, if you got a mix of like someone like the kids that are coming out of college and going into the combine, especially at All-Star Weekend, you would definitely bring in a younger crowd because a lot of the younger crowd, they follow the college guys. They follow the high school guys. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Good idea. Can't do it because you're gonna dilute the product. If that college guy comes out and he's getting busy and he's playing hard and he's showing those guys up, then it looks like, all these guys can just come out. These NBA players aren't that good, or these NFL players aren't that good.
That's the
Guess what?
same reason.
It would push them to get do something.
I understand that. I'm just saying,
that's-
but the Shield doesn't want their product to look diluted.
That's the same reason why you won't have these dudes get anybody else getting in the dunk contest.
Yeah, it's really a catch-22. It really is. And that's why
it goes back to what Bong was saying earlier. Nigga, get the stars in the shit.
Yeah.
Like just everybody who's a superstar and you like that, participate in it.
And
or else what? It's All-Star Weekend, but we got, Jimmy Slater over here that you just pulled out of this Sprite basketball league. And this nigga is what the fuck? Jimmy is out here showing niggas up. Like, what the fuck?
And Austin is right. Brandon Miller. That's who I was thinking about.
Yeah, I was gonna say that too.
Yeah, Brandon Miller.
Appreciate you, Austin. Yep.
Beat a charge too on his way to the NBA.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah. Man.
We won't discuss that tonight.
Right. Hey, look, going back a little bit further, right? So engineer made a comment. Not this one. It was about one-on-ones and some stuff that they could do, right?
I like that.
And it's kind of related to what we said earlier, which was the unrivaled situation with Nafisa Collier getting busy. So he says, if they would do 40-yard races, uh, or one-on-ones between wide receivers and cornerbacks, that would be sick. But the players wouldn't agree to that. And they wouldn't because of what? Bong, you said
Reputation.
earlier? Reputation.
Reputation.
They don't want to put their reputations on the line. But that's the same thing. That's like unrivaled is one-on-ones.
Yeah,
Like
I
it's
love that
me
shit.
versus you. Like who's cooking who?
I love
Like,
that idea.
but who's the dude, the kicker? Uh uh what is his name? He does the one-on-ones and all of the stuff.
Oh, destroying.
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 Something like that.
Yeah.
Like one-on-one. Who's gonna beat who? You know what I'm saying? Like they won't do it though. It's not gonna happen.
Yeah.
I like, man. So I mean, that kind of stuff takes me back to childhood, even young adulthood. When you in the gym and people are dunking, and then you just call a motherfucker out, like, man, get under there. And you challenge each other. You go up to try to dunk, and he goes up to try to block that shit, and whatever happens, just
But hey,
happens.
And
Kev,
you find out
Kev.
who's who with that shit too.
Hey,
Absolutely. What's up?
listen, even that can't even happen now because now that's viral. It used to be the privacy of the gym was the privacy of the gym. Now it's a motherfucker in the corner with a camera, and it's gonna hit the internet, and before you know it, 100 million views later,
Yeah.
your reputation is fucked up.
Versus 100 niggas
Yeah.
walking around
Yeah.
campus like, I heard.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
Right.
Man,
So,
I ain't gonna name no names, but I've had a couple people in some of them, get down there's,
I've
and
never ran, never will.
I get down there.
Never ran, never will.
Hey, KP,
Not-
you know what I'm
Bong,
talking about,
yeah,
though.
Bong, he ain't talking about me.
The worst shit. Hey, Bong. The worst shit is you tell a nigga tell you, oh, get down there, and I'm like, nigga, fuck it, come on.
Yeah, get under there.
And I go under there. I ain't never not accepted the challenge. I
You
get under there.
You gotta take the challenge.
And listen, I never got caught. I got down there, block the nigga shit. Even if you get a piece of it, block the nigga shit, right? I'm like, all right, you get your ass down there. And he like, nah, man, nah. Like, what?
That's like slap fest, but first person get their slap off, and then the other dude's like, peace.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
Oh shit.
Absolutely. Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
Oh man. Oh
Yeah.
God.
You better come get this slap.
Man.
Oh,
Yeah, we had niggas
man.
run off.
Any of the viewers watching, listeners watching, listen, he was not talking about me not getting under there.
Nah,
I've witnessed this.
Hey, I ain't talking about you, but you witnessed more than one.
Oh, I did.
You witnessed more than one.
I did.
You witnessed the one where the nigga hit me in the mouth,
busted his lip.
my lip.
Yeah.
I blocked his dunk, and then I'm like, now you get your ass down there. And he was like, no. Like, what?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
True story.
Because they knew I was gonna catch their ass.
This
So
was
they
at
Arizona.
This was at Arizona State.
Wow.
Yeah.
This was at Arizona State. Yeah. This happened.
Yeah.
Nah, but we going off sidebar, man.
It's the dog days, man. It's the dog days of the NBA. So,
But that like, and then that was the thing growing up in like engineer said, that was the thing growing up, even with football. You out there and you call a person out, like, man, you can't stop me one-on-one from catching a pass. Mm-hmm. And the person plays defense on you, and you got to run a route, and the quarterback throws it, and you got to try to catch it, and then vice versa, you switch it around, and now your ass is on defense. Even if you're a receiver, now you playing corner.
Absolutely.
And you either gonna get cooked and burnt, or you gonna make a play.
Yeah.
I miss those days.
Hey, tell Austin, you better check your files, man. Check your G files, man.
What Austin talking about? Oh, DP came down. All right, Austin. Hey, Austin is on that. We older, so they just look
Yeah,
at us like, man, these dudes is old. They
yeah,
don't know what they talking about. They ain't never do.
absolutely.
I'm gonna I'm gonna send you a couple of clips. Ooh, I'm gonna send you a couple of clips to show Austin so he could see I can
Absolutely,
actually dunk, man.
absolutely, absolutely. He got it. He got a vision board. He said he gonna dunk this year, 2025. So
Okay,
Okay.
I'm with
you
that.
got
All right.
you got
I'm
10
with that.
months, brother.
Okay.
You know, he like, oh, I need some box. Give me some box jump stuff. I said, okay, we'll get all that.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, we'll see. But
Nah, Austin don't need all that, man. Nah, brother.
Just take your ass out there and keep trying to dunk.
Absolutely. And
You'll
and just
eventually
and
start.
just yeah, and just do your body squats and do your calf raises, do that kind of stuff, and run stairs and do all that kind of stuff.
Man, I mean, before I started dunking, dog, and my first dunk was like what, 8th grade. I was in the 8th grade. I used to go out all damn day and just be jumping up trying to dunk. I'm talking about go out in the morning and I'm trying to dunk till I don't know when. Until
Yeah.
eventually, nigga, I started dunking. Like, you know how many times you probably jump throughout the day where you're not even thinking about it, but you just jumping. Like, that's
mhm.
some old school shit though. Like these kids
Yeah.
got
Yeah.
plyometrics and like
Yeah.
Ubang just said, box jumps and all this
Yeah.
training and this and that. Like, you know, y'all
Yeah.
should be Austin, your ass should be dunking this year if you get
Right.
Yeah.
with it. So I don't want to hear
Yeah.
no excuses.
No excuses, sir. And we got it on record too.
That and
2025. You said you dunking by the end of the year.
and honestly, going up to your spot on weekends, Wayne, that actually helped me because we would go in the backyard and try to dunk. You were dunking. You jumped higher than me, so you was dunking. I was getting squeezers, and then it was trying to dunk on each other,
Yeah,
and just doing that time and time and time
yeah,
again.
yeah. And
Like,
playing 1-on-1, like,
yeah,
yeah, I ain't gonna even
absolutely.
tell them the results
Oh,
because
what
I
man?
want
What?
to,
Listen, man. The series is 5-1, man. The series is five.
uh,
Series is five to
I
one.
ain't even gonna tell
Listen,
them the
man.
results, y'all.
Listen, series is 5-1,
I'm
man.
trying to
Series,
spare.
series is 5-1. It's
Hey, I
five to
don't
Not
know
one.
what
trying
the
to, not
series
trying to
is,
spare
man.
him.
I'm telling you what the series is.
I
This
don't know
series
the
is five to
series.
one.
Yeah,
It's 5-1.
I just know I barely remember even losing one.
Hey man,
When did that
listen.
happen? I
Oh
don't
no,
know.
you lost.
When did
Yeah,
that happen?
listen, you lost. No, you lost.
Hey,
Yeah, it's
man,
5-1.
man, cool. So here we are. And this is, you know,
Y'all,
All Star
y'all,
Weekend was underwhelming, but I think we made the
Yeah.
best of it.
y'all got to excuse us, man. Shit, we competed in everything, man. Motherfucking slap boxing,
Oh yeah, 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 yeah.
all that shit,
Yeah,
man. So
me and KB was like,
playing spades, whatever, man.
yeah.
That shit
And
was
I
all
don't,
about getting better.
I ain't gonna even talk about slap boxing because I don't remember you
Oh no, no,
doing
no, no,
that.
no, no. You got the ass with the couple times of slap box.
No,
Oh hell no, hell no. You
if
got
you
the ass
say
with
Hold on,
couple times.
okay,
Kev.
now if
Kev,
you say,
you have to reach advantage, Kev.
hey,
No,
hey,
no, 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 no. Here's the thing. Actually, I don't. His arms are longer than mine.
Oh wow.
Yeah, his
yeah,
arms are longer than mine.
but
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
look. All right, if I admit that you won sometimes, did you get your ass whipped more than you won?
I got my ass whooped.
Okay, more
I
than
got
you
my ass whooped.
won.
I got my ass whooped.
Yeah.
No,
So
no.
let's not.
Listen,
We ain't
listen,
gonna go into
listen.
all of this stuff because then we gonna start getting into
Hey,
details.
what pop say on Friday? You win some,
You win some.
some,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
but you live to fight another day.
Absolutely, absolutely, absolutely.
No, but it was all in. You know what? It was all in fun, and it's the type of shit that made us better at the
Absolutely.
end of the day. And that's all I'm saying. Like,
Yeah,
what's the harm with just going and just competing against the best of the best NBA? You don't have it. Don't just have to be nigga who gets to the championship game. No, we talking about all-star weekend. Put your skills on display against the best of the best. Like,
absolutely.
it's just like a nigga going in the backyard and nigga, we slap boxing now. We
Yeah,
we about to see who better. Or
absolutely.
or get your ass down there. We gonna see who dunking on who. Like, man, hey, Nafisa Collier and them said we getting busy in the unrivaled joint. Like, NBA. Now it's time for y'all to actually follow suit and do something that somebody else is doing. You know what else? You know what else? They said, was it Sabrina Ionescu who declined to do the rematch with her
Yeah.
and Stephen?
Yes.
So why won't why won't
Not
why
on
Damn.
won't
here.
they do
Not
that?
not on not on here, Austin. Not
Yeah,
on
we'll,
here.
we'll talk offline, Austin.
Yeah,
Look at
yeah,
Austin.
we'll talk
Relax.
offline, Austin.
So why won't they do that in the WNBA? I think that's their position now. Is like, hey, I came over there to the NBA for y'all All Star Weekend. Hey, Steph, bring your ass over here to the WNBA to help us out with our All Star Weekend.
That would be nice. A
Yeah,
favor for a favor.
yeah,
Absolutely. And the funny thing is, the crazy part about the one on one, and I think, and I wish I would have. I try and screenshot some of these clips or some of like these quotes when I get them. But Nafisa Collier was saying that how much more she made off of winning this one on one competition than she makes as her annual salary with the WNBA.
mm,
So
Crazy.
mm,
so
That shit is crazy.
so
mm.
it was more incentive for them to go out there and just go after it like a
And
dog.
start a league.
No, I'm talking about just even the
Yeah,
one on one shit,
yeah, but
right?
I'm
Yeah,
So we
saying
talk about
the whole league because that's part of the league, the unrivaled
right.
league.
yeah. Isn't she one of the
Founders.
yeah. I
I
think
think
she
Uh,
is.
Brianna
I'm not sure.
Stewart, Brianna Stewart. I think Sabrina, and one other person. It's like three
Yeah,
Okay.
people that
three of
found
them.
it.
Yeah,
Okay.
I know
While you
Stewie's
talking,
one
I'm
of
gonna
them.
try to confirm
I
while
know
you
yeah,
Stewie's one of them for sure. But
yeah,
anyway, but I'm talking about even the one on one competition. She made more off of winning that competition
right.
than she makes annually in the WNBA. So if you got that much money on the line, see the problem with the All Star game and a lot of these things with the NBA, their contracts are so exorbitant. Like they make so much money that this shit is a drop in the bucket, and this probably like my little side chick money or my
yeah.
what I'm saying, or my gambling money or whatever. Like just it's not even this ain't
Hmm.
nothing for me. Like I have no incentive in really wanting to play this game. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, we lose more than we gain,
Yeah.
and they don't play for pride nowadays. Everything is a business, and I fear that we are headed further into that direction as NIL starts to creep lower and lower to the high school,
Oh yeah.
high schools and so on and so forth. And eventually we'll start seeing it creep into the middle schools, you know what I'm saying, elementary schools. And like you start seeing people getting these athletes getting money at a young age, then everything is incentive based. But
Yeah.
did you find
And
that info?
yep. So it's actually Nafisa Collier
Okay.
and
Okay.
and Brianna Stewart.
Yeah, I
So
said that.
so
Yeah, so
Stewie
Stewie.
got her ass no, but Collier is the other. It's those two.
Okay.
And
Okay.
Stewart got her ass cooked.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Stewart by a rookie, by
Yeah.
She
Leah
old
Edwards.
she older though. She
Hey,
older though.
hey,
But
man,
Stewie
but
older.
she was the number
but the,
6 pick in the 2024 draft, though.
but you know what though? You know what though? The crazy thing is she got out there and went at her. Like
Yeah.
she gave her the chance to beat her. She didn't just say, I'm not, I done paid my dues. I'm a vet. I'm not going against, Nah, she got
Ooh.
cooked.
So
But
Yeah.
so Nafisa Colliers is robbing Peter and paying Paul, huh?
hey,
Here's
hey,
the funny thing about
hey.
her though
She get
is
money hand over fist.
she I believe she had a baby and came
Collier.
back from maternity leave last season to play. So she joined and started the season late for
Mm,
Minnesota and the
okay.
link. And then she played, on Team USA in the Olympics, and she was playing out of position with Team USA. And I remember people talking about her in the summer, questioning why she was on the team and like
Mm,
asking. And it was, and I believe her coach for the Mystics, she was the head, not Mystics, excuse me, for the Link, she was the
the
head coach.
links.
Yeah, the Lynx. I'm saying Link for the
Yeah.
Lynx. um, she was the head coach for USA Basketball. So people
Mm.
were thinking that that's how she made it to USA Basketball because her coach was the head coach, and
Mm.
basically were talking about her and making it seem like she didn't have credibility. So the fact that she won this one-on-one tournament in Unrivaled just shows how good she really was.
Wait. They were saying she only got there because of the
Her head coach, because of the head coach. Her head coach was the head coach for USA Basketball.
okay.
And so there were people that didn't make the team,
Yeah. Yeah.
and it was and so some of the players that made it were getting scrutinized, and she was one of the players getting scrutinized.
Okay. She went to UConn, right?
I don't know if she
Oh,
went
I
to
think her. I think Collier. She went to UConn. Who was and whoever she went against in the final. She went to UConn. I think it was like three UConn players who were like in the later rounds of Unrivaled. If I'm not mistaken, I don't know if you're looking that up, Kevin Fitzpatrick.
hey, I'll say this though. Quietly, the WNBA has made a couple of notable trades this this off season. Kelsey
Mm-hmm.
Plum is got traded from the Las Vegas Aces. She's with the Sparks now. This
Mm-hmm.
season. She got traded for Jewel Lloyd, who went to the Sparks. I mean, who went
Aces.
to the Aces. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? But yeah, man, I think it was a 3-team trade. But there's been a few other moves that have been made in the WNBA as they continue to look to build off of that notoriety that they gained with the influx of fans due to Caitlin Clark,
Mm-hmm.
Angel Reese. Angel Reese, man, been getting to a bag.
Yeah.
She has
Yeah.
been she has been all over. She was at the Pro Bowl, the NFL Pro Bowl. She was the captain of one the NFL flag
Yeah.
team.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, man, she's been getting to a bag, man. Shout out to Angel Reese for proving that you can parlay what you do in the league and go get you a bag outside of the league, man. Especially in
Mm-hmm.
the WNBA where they don't get paid well. Um,
Yeah.
Shout out to her.
And when the Sparks brought Plum over, I think they Lexi Brown got traded too, right? I don't think she got traded to the Aces, but she got traded somewhere.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And
It was
you
Seattle.
know
I think it was like Seattle.
Seattle, okay,
Seattle
because
was the third team in that trade.
because she she is a part of the Gills Arena crew.
Mm.
So she was hometown, but now she's. I wonder how that's gonna work because she's not going. Well, she'll probably still be on their show because the dates of the season are different. But yeah, she won't be in LA anymore like that. Um, and shout out to them too, man. Josiah uh, and Gil's Arena. Good to see Josiah doing this thing with them. But yeah, Lexi Brown got I'm not gonna say the boot, but she did, she did
That
get
booth.
traded.
Eh,
She can hoop though.
Let me find out. So the super max in the WNBA is a 1 year, 249,000.
So a quarter mil,
A quarter
basically.
mil is a super max.
Whew.
and
For 1 year? It's
One
for
year,
1 year.
a 1 year super max.
is what? How much?
So
How much?
250.
Oh,
there's no.
250.
Okay,
Okay.
wait, hold on,
I don't know.
Bong.
I
Wait,
I'm
Bong,
reading. I'm
wait,
reading.
hold on, Bong. Wait. So so can you have a multi-year supermax?
This is what it said. It said core players are offered a 1 year super max contract worth around 249K. Players can either sign that 1 year deal with their existing team or sign it under the pretense of a trade request. I guess
The
that's where they.
Supermax.
So
Hmm.
Damn. Engineer, come on, man. Come on, engineer.
Damn. Come on.
Hey,
Oh, hey,
hey,
y'all better put that damn basketball down and come work with engineer.
hey, look, hey, hold on. So, but I'm wondering. So my question was, if that's a super max, what I mean by multi-year is, can you sign like I've got a 3-year super max deal where
For
I'm making
600,
yeah,
I'm
or
making
or or, or
600K.
or in this case, the what is it?
That's
What did you say? 240, 249?
249. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Just 600, not the
Yeah,
747.
yeah. So I mean, I
You
don't know.
you didn't took up 3/4 of the team's salary cap at that point.
Okay, so it says that WNBA players can negotiate multi-year supermax contracts, but the current collective bargaining agreement incentivizes 1 and 2 year deals.
Mm,
That's a
So
okay.
cold game.
yeah, yeah, it is.
That's a cold game. But they're doing that, man, just in case they get pregnant. Do you like men?
Oh my
Mm-mm.
god,
1 year deal.
this dude right here.
Do you like women? 2 year
This,
deal.
Oh man,
this dude.
this dude.
Well, no, seriously, because they go on maternity leave and miss a whole season, and you still got to pay them.
Okay, so it says that the current CBA runs through 2027, but either side can trigger an opt out after the 2025 season, which is this year. The CBA incentivizes players to sign 1 or 2 year contracts. Most free agents opt for 1 year deals to return to free agency the following year. So I guess it's better for them to be free agents where they can maximize um, where they can sign.
Mhm.
I'm assuming,
I,
or
yeah, I guess because it's a fluid situation with the WNBA right now, because the way things are like rapidly changing, and who knows, it would be it would suck to have like your major stars hooked by one of those, you know, long term deals like a Magic Johnson. What was it, 13
25
year
years,
deal
20,
or
yeah, yeah,
whatever it was.
25 years, 1 million,
Yeah,
yeah, 25 million,
yeah.
25
Uh,
and 25.
so okay, I could see like this is the value of the league at this point, so you're making this. Now the next year, this is the value of the league at this point. Now you're making this. Um, but it
but
just
that's
don't work
why.
out.
But that's why you got to respect um, Breonna Stewart and Nafisa Collier for creating the unrivaled league and them going out and allowing players to come and get extra money where a lot of these players would normally have to go overseas in the off
Right.
season. That's how Brittany Griner got her stupid ass locked up for
I don't
however
know if
many years
that's
she was
how.
out there. I mean, she was
I
how
don't
she
think
got
going to play basketball was how.
no. How she got locked up was having to go out there in the first place. What she did was, was
Yeah,
ultimately the reason she got locked up. But had she not
Yeah.
been out there, her vape or her
yeah,
her weed pen or whatever she had in Colorado or in Phoenix or wherever the fuck she stays out here in the United States would have been perfectly fine, right? But she
Hmm.
went out to,
Hmm.
you know, the Eastern Bloc and found out that they play by a set of different rules. But
yeah.
and then again, shout out to the small percentage, the 5-10% of players that can actually maximize their earning potential off the court. Everybody's not guaranteed the Nike contract, the Spalding contract like Caitlin Clark, but
Hmm.
you see a lot of these WNBA players doing CarMax commercials, State Farm commercials. Like there's a lot of marketing dollars that are being
Shit,
put
you see Juju in the State Farm commercials. That's
Yeah,
already.
that's the real superstar right
yeah.
there.
Yeah. She's gonna
Juju
she's gonna get
Watkins is gonna be,
Shout
she's
out
gonna
to
get her
Watts.
yeah
Shout out to Watts in the building.
yeah she's gonna
yeah.
get her bag regardless. But then you have Asia Wilson just signed her signature shoe deal with Nike,
Hmm.
right? Um, and I think Nike had an event over again. Nike maximizing NBA All Star Weekend. They had an event where they unveiled her signature shoe, and I think not Teresa Witherspoon, but Cheryl Swoops.
Hmm.
Cheryl Swoops was the one that was speaking at the Nike event, that
Mm.
helped introduce it, and she was saying that
Because
it was
she was the only one who
She
had
had
one
the yeah,
before.
that
she
who
had
had
with
she was the only
Nike.
one that
Yeah.
had it exactly. So she said it was about damn time, like
Yeah.
it was long overdue. You know what I'm saying? But so it was good to see that that in effect as well. And
So
I don't even know how we pivoted to the WNBA,
couple,
but
couple
All
things
good.
I want to say though. You were talking about the UConn players. Nafisha Collier did go to UConn,
I
and there
thought
were
so.
and the woman that she played in the finals, Aaliyah Edwards, also went to UConn, and that's
Yep.
the one that beat Breonna Stewart in the first round.
Okay.
So she
Okay.
made it all the way to the
Was there
finals.
a third?
There was a third, Azura Stevens.
Okay.
Azura
I
Stevens, yeah.
knew it was like three UConn players that were
Yes.
like, I'm like, damn, all the
Yeah.
UConn players.
It was three of the four. I think, and the fourth one was Erica Agumbawali from Notre Dame.
Okay.
Yeah, and then speaking of stars, a star to be on the lookout for is Michaela Blakes. Um, she's a freshman and she plays for Vanderbilt. She dropped 55 today
Oh,
as a freshman. Yeah, and she broke the SEC record for most points in a game, 55 today. The record was 53, also set by her against
oh
Florida.
damn,
So yeah, today, and I actually tuned into that game. She was playing against Auburn. Yeah, gave them a double nickel. She was 23 for 24 from the free throw line, missing her last free throw with 7 seconds left. So she
mm,
should have had uh, uh, 56 points. And she only hit 2 3-pointers.
mm. that's that
So yeah.
that's that post work.
No. This is a guard. No.
Oh,
She's a guard.
oh,
Yeah, she's a guard. She was a McDonald's All American last year. She's from New Jersey. She's got 599 points on the season. If she plays in 12, she's got 5 regular season games, and you're gonna have the SEC tournament and the NCAA tournament.
mm.
If she plays 12 games, averaging 30 points, she could overtake Juju Watkins for most points scored in a season as a freshman.
That's crazy.
mm.
But she's got to play 12 games, averaging 30 points. Juju Watkins had 960 points last year as a freshman. So it'd be
You,
pretty interesting.
you
But yeah,
think she'll break it?
she got to play 12 games, man. So I don't know if she's gonna get 12. I know she's got 5 regular season games as of right now, and then she's gonna have the SEC tournament.
Okay.
So
Who's the Rutgers guard? Can't think of her name right now. I think she's been getting busy. And I don't know. I believe she's a freshman too. I gotta look it up, but
she is. She is.
yeah.
Yeah.
But man, shoot, this was cool, man. Even though like Bong was trying to say a minute ago, the All Star Weekend was it is what it is. But you know, we still gotta talk about this, man. See what's going on.
Absolutely.
Check the temperature out there and see what folks think about it. But man, coming to the end of the road for this particular uh discussion. Bong, what do we need the people to do?
Like, share, and subscribe. The Holy Trinity, man. Absolutely.
Like, share, and
Appreciate it.
subscribe, y'all. All right,
Appreciate
two peas in a bong. We out.
it. Peace.